Hello everybody, welcome to Beyond the Grave Media After Dark. We haven't done an After Dark in a long time. It's late, and I know we've been talking a lot about the Evil Dead, especially 2013 right now, with Evil Dead Burn coming after Evil Dead Rise. We've been talking Evil Dead a lot, and I hope that that's okay, because tonight I want to show off one of my favorite things that just came in the mail, an actual eBay purchase. And you never know with eBay how things are going to work out. Sometimes you just you get what you pay for, you know. And there was this lot on eBay with the OG original Books of the Dead in the original case. I'm just going to show you actually. However you found me, I hope that you're fucking doing great, man. Buckle up. Let's get into this release. Let's talk about the history of it. And let's just celebrate all things Evil Dead, baby. Let's go. Before we get into these Books of the Dead, let's just take a second to look back on the 4K editions here. This is, of course, the seminal classic, The Evil Dead. Sam Raimi broke the mold here. Probably one of my favorite horror movies. It's in the top 5. And then, of course, followed that up with the sequel, wacky, zanier, better soundtrack, incredible kills, Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, and then we had the trilogy here kind of finish up with Army of Darkness. And you know, a lot of people, this is their favorite one. They are not my kind of people. I like my Evil Dead scary, I like it horrific, and that's what 2013's Evil Dead brought back to the fold, man. Nasty, mean-spiritedness, and then of course we had the new reimagining, getting back out of the cabin into somewhere else with Lee Cronin's Evil Dead Rise. Now, what can I tell you? When horror collectors talk about the golden age of DVD collecting, one release always rises to the top of that pile, and that is the Book of the Dead editions from Anchor Bay Entertainment. Back in the early 2000s, most horror movies were treated like cheap catalog releases. You get the plastic case, maybe a trailer, and really that was pretty much it, man. Anchor Bay, though, they understood something most studios didn't. Horror fans in general were collectors, and when they released the Book of the Dead edition of The Evil Dead in 2002, it changed the horror physical media landscape forever. It just did. Instead of a normal DVD case, fans got a full-blown Necronomicon replica, okay? It was sitting on the shelf, the molded latex skin, the rotting facial details, it had teeth around the edges, it had weathered paint. The thing looked cursed. It felt less like buying a movie more than smuggling home some sort of fucking artifact. And remember, this was before boutique labels became mainstream, before steelbooks took over, before collector culture really exploded online. At the time, this thing was insane. The packaging was designed by horror effects artist John Volich in his studio, which explains why it looked more like a horror prop instead of a gimmick. The goal was to make it feel ancient, organic, and disgusting to touch. And honestly, man, they nailed it. Then Anchor Bay followed it up, and then with the Evil Dead version Part 2 in 2003. This version had a crazier script, a crazier sculpt. It also was darker, meaner, more demonic looking. Fans still debate to this day which book is better, but what made these releases truly legendary wasn't just the packaging, man. These things were chocked full with commentary tracks, behind the scenes documentaries, rare archival footage, interviews, Easter eggs, production galleries, and Bruce Campbell finally became a huge part of that experience because his commentary tracks were pretty damn funny, to be honest, man. The crazy part though is that the books physically aged over time. I'd actually say unfortunately, not actually that much crazy, because when you try to get these things and keep them in really good condition, you need a shadow box, you need something that's going to keep them safe. And oddly enough, that made a lot of horror fans collect them even more. Every damaged copy started like kind of looking uniquely cursed, like the Necronomicon itself was rotting on people's shelves. No two copies really aged the same way. Kind of a cool fact. The books were also expensive for the time. Most DVDs cost maybe $15-20. These editions could run $40 to $60 depending on where you're at. I got mine from Hastings. This is my second actual set right here. Horror fans bought them anyway, like myself, because nothing else really looked like this sitting at places like Suncoast, Best Buy, Media Play, or even FYE. You needed to pick these things up. Walking through one of the stores in the early 2000s, man, it was a vibe. You remember seeing those faces staring back at you on the shelf. That memory really fucking sticks with people, man. The Book of the Dead became holy grail collector pieces. So yeah, man. This is a complete limited edition gift box of the OG, the Books of the Dead, complete. It's stressing me out, okay? I'm not gonna lie. This tear right here, if somebody knows how to fix that, I'm just gonna leave that because there's really nothing you can do. You should see my other one. It's pretty much just fur now. Like it just kind of sucks. But this is a complete box, and that's why I bought it, because I did not obviously still have this box. This thing is fucking incredible, man. There is a little bit of a tear right here, but this thing is like 24 years old now. So there's a little tear right here. And then, of course, Evil Dead 2. I might just buy... I'm going to have to see one in person, though, because they're really hard to purchase online, because people will just like take pictures of ones that look better and post them in their eBay article. No shame to this guy, man. He had this thing for like $135, and I offered him 70, and he took... So I just like, I halved the price in my head. I was like, maybe he'll take it, maybe he won't. And so I put a feeler out there, and I was like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm really stoked for the Evil Dead, obviously, and maybe I'll be able to swoop this thing up. If not, dude, I'll just try to get another version, and I'll just kind of piece it back together and whatever, you know. So this it's heavy. It's got a couple of little dings, but I think that gives it personality, man. I'm probably just going to put this thing in a really cool case and kind of put some backlights around it so it kind of shines. This deserves to be in a museum, as Indiana Jones would say. Absolutely incredible. Everybody, it used to obviously have a button up here where you'd push the eyeball and it would talk. There was another one similar down here where it would kind of groan. I played the absolute fuck out of these. This was like, I've got the it's got like a green kind of font cover for Maker Bay. It's kind of chunkier. I've got those versions as well on DVD, but these I really beat these things up because they had all the special features, man. And so I really, really wanted them. So much so that I think in like 2003, when I was living up by Seattle, I went into my favorite tattoo shop and I got, I don't know if you can even see it. I've got Evil Dead eyeballs from the books 1 and books 2. I got another one down here. That's from Evil Dead 2, and then obviously the Evil Dead. I'm gonna get the original cover on my other arm if I can find some space. I'm pretty covered in tattoos, unfortunately, or fortunately. I adore the Evil Dead, man. I think that this edition, I hope that it kind of just brings back memories for when you were actually in an FYE, if you were in a Sam Goody, a Suncoast, Hastings Video, man, that place used to rip. I got these things on sale. I want to say when I purchased them, I got the set for like $50, but initially they didn't have the set, so I bought the first movie, and I want to say I paid like $30 or $35. Eventually they didn't ever get a part 2 at Hastings, but they did get the gift set, so eventually I bought that. But it's just torn to crap. And the discs they're in bad shape, man. They've been used for like 24 years. So you can imagine, man, as much as I love the Evil Dead, this is from Graveyard Goods as well. If you don't have any Graveyard Goods, man, so it's got, this is from the Book of the Dead, the first one. And then on the back, it's got the script, right? It's got, oh, you probably can't see it. But it's in red, the Evil Dead, like the old school logo. Absolutely incredible. Graveyard Goods, man. Free shout out to them. I'm so in love with this set, man. Since it's got here, like, I've kind of had like a buzz. Like, I'm sober, I'm walking around the house, but I've just got like, it's back, like it's in the house. Like, I gotta find a way to protect this thing. So if people have good ideas, man, let me know down in the comments. I definitely want to keep it in the best shape that I can. I feel like it's worthy of that, man. It is such a fucking cool edition. I'm just staring at it. I'm supposed to be talking to YouTube right now. Do you remember when this thing came out? Where were you at, man? Let me know down in the comments below, dude. Also, which Evil Dead is your favorite? I've really been getting into it in the comments. Not like shitty or anything. People are either like, you're stupid because you don't like Evil Dead Rise. I've never said that I don't like Evil Dead Rise, to be fair. I've got the Arrow version from Valoria coming in just because I don't have the slip. And if you know me, man, no slip, no fucking dip. Joe Wallace, I'm talking to you, Retro Joe and Fernie. You know what I'm saying, man. No slip, no dip. And so this thing came out. Watch my other videos. I ran about it. And you buy it on Amazon for $25 and it gets here. And of course, no slip, even though it was like the first week it was released. So maybe it was all the pre-orders or whatever. So that's killing me because I got slips on all of the other ones. I've got the original gift set now, limited edition, baby. I gotta have at least the chunky box or something to kind of upgrade that movie. So if I really didn't like it, would I buy it again? I'm not just some stupid collector that has VHS all over his wall, multiple racks, he keeps buying them. If you didn't know, one day we'll do kind of like a little This is my studio tour. This is like a 5x5 box, like maybe a little bit bigger because it does go like out to here and over. But if you turn the camera this way, I've got kind of like these really long racks, and I've got like my wife's CDs up there. You know, she's got Black Sabbath, Tool. I see Marilyn Manson. We've got some Pantera. I see some Cannibal Corpse, The Bleeding, Stone Temple Pilots, like, and then we've got Stephen King books that just line the shelf. Anyway, so behind me, I've got kind of like a little, like where I've got all my camera gear and stuff. I've got little tripods. I've got like the Logitech extra camera. I got an extra microphone. I've got different windscreens, and then over to here on this other side, I've got all these VHS that are on these shelves that are like kind of neon green. And then behind this camera here, behind the laptop that I'm using and the softbox, I've got an original flat screen TV like from the 90s, or maybe it's like early 2000s. It's old as shit though. It doesn't even have HD. I think it's got an S video, right? And then I've got my hi-fi Quasar back here. Quasar. And so when I'm editing, I'll put on a VHS. So if I'm making this video later, I'm editing, I'm going to put in Evil Dead 2. I'm going to watch it right where I'm staring at you, right? And I'll literally have it playing while I'm editing stuff. So that's why I keep VHS out here. The garage doesn't get super cold. It does get kind of warm, so I got a humidifier and stuff. Then on this other wall over here, this is my third movie shelf that has more Stephen King books. It's half full of like DVDs and Nintendo games, like NES carts. There might be some there's a drill, there's a level. There's more Stephen King books on there. So maybe one day we'll kind of show you. But anyway, the whole point was I keep the VHS out here so I can watch Evil Dead 2 while I'm talking about Evil Dead on YouTube. So it's kind of like a full circle thing. How did I get lost so long? It's 11:30 at night. That's why. Guys, you know what to do, man. I've been talking for 7.5 minutes about this release. Do people kind of like the overhead shots too while we're right here? I've got a tripod that I kind of mounted upside down, and so I've been using another camera to kind of like go through things and just show you stuff instead of being like, here, check this out. Doesn't this look really, really cool, right? Oh man, and like it doesn't zoom in right. So I've been trying to do that just to kind of like give it a different look on my channel. But really, these are just ways for me to tell my dick and fart jokes that aren't very funny. So guys, you are not funny looking, but I love you so much, man. Take great care of yourselves. If you're new here, you know what to do. If you just like the video, it's right down there. We're talking about the limited edition gift set, man. Why can't you hit the like button? Who hurt you? Hit like, man. Hit like for the Evil Dead gift box. Comment down below. Let me know what is your favorite of these Evil Dead movies we've got out here. We've got all the VHSs. Want to see something cool? This is my original from Kmart. From Kmart. $6.99, baby. This is the OG. This is a big fucking deal. This is, I think it's 1998. Like, not the price. It was $6.99 in 1998. Full Dead. Kind of cool. Yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorite one is. Talk some shit down there. Why do you love Evil Dead 2 or Evil Dead Rise? That's how we got into it. We were talking about editions, what we've got out here. Follow the bouncing bone, Josh, you fucking dummy. Take care, man. Love you. Until next time. Cheers.